We fall in love with the festivities, we fall in love with the food, we kind of wage a war on our body. We say, we throw caution to the wind and start eating and eating lots of rich things.
I think throughout the year, we all struggle with that. And what I always talk about is that it's part of our blueprint. We were designed, our biggest threat to survival was starvation. So we were designed to be a very effective eating machine. Even if food was scarce, we managed to survive. We found what we could, we ate as much as we could, and we survived. Now we live in a world of abundance where not just food is abundant, but all the wrong food that contains the wrong components is abundant. And we do a lot of things that challenge not just our body and obesity and overweight, but challenge our immune system. I was reading a fascinating study the other day that was talking about the escalation of childhood allergies. That you look at the level of childhood allergies in Western society, whether it's peanuts or tree nuts or things like that, that it's escalating dramatically. And what is the root cause of that? And what they're theorizing, without getting into too much of the scientific detail, is that we live in this sanitized world. We raise our children in this world where they're exposed to so little that even children that come from, say, the developing world, where they don't have allergies, they come to Western society and the incidence goes up. So there's something to be said for maybe a little bit of a return to nature and not sterilizing everything we eat and everything we do in a fashion. Certainly, we don't want what they call pathogenic bacteria. We don't want bacteria that causes a disease. But part of being healthy is having a full complement of friendly flora, probiotics. And who knows, this might be part of the whole equation with that sudden increase in childhood allergies as you go around the world, Western societies, not just here in America, it's throughout Europe as well. So, but probiotics, these are organisms, if you counted the number of organisms that are in a healthy person's body, they exceed the number of cells that person possesses. So we're talking about hundreds of trillions of friendly flora organisms that are responsible for maintaining our healthy immune system, working hand in hand with our immune system, responsible for healthy digestion, healthy nutrient absorption, regularity. So we can't live well without them. But the way we live and the food we eat, the environments we find ourselves in, the drugs and medicines we take, all of them conspire to undermine the healthy balance and the healthy population of friendly flora in our bodies that our immune system and our digestive system and our well-being depend on.
So with this, how many per day again? Was it one a day?
With this at Ultimate Friendly Flora, one capsule should be plenty.
Okay.
One capsule, you're talking about 25 billion colony-forming units.
Amazing.
Our standard Friendly Flora is 5 billion, and that's abundant. So 5 billion, 25 million with Ultimate Friendly Flora. One capsule per day should be sufficient, but again, if your doctor recommends you take more for a specific reason, you might be taking antibiotics, things like that, then simply follow your doctor's guidance. This is not a product that if you took too much, it's going to be problematic or harmful.
So Andrew, as we kind of come to a close, a new year is upon us, 2019.
I know what you're going to do. Adam has in his hands two products that will be coming next year. One is the Soleil sunscreen that the monthly special, today's specials, you'll be getting a small sample of the Soleil sunscreen. The Sucrose sweetener, that's our non-sugar, non-artificial sweetener, natural from stevia, but with no other sugars in the packet, which most products, even stevia and even artificial sweeteners, they have sugar as a carrier that they don't declare. So that's going to be coming out. It's remarkable, it's amazing, it's natural, it's non-GMO, of course. You will love it. So those are coming out sometime next year, which is very exciting.
And what about pet vitamins? Because I got a lot of